Hey everybody, it's Kenny Cater again with a beauty of a movie. I had the idea of finding me a slasher movie because I'm a big slasher fan. I know I get stuck in the 70s and the 80s because the 80s, let's call it for what it was, the golden era of slashers. Wes Craven did a mini revival, but I wanted to find something really, really new, and I went to a genre filter, and I found myself Hard Eyes, a horror comedy, slasher, and splatter movie. Oh my god, this movie cranked me up, and there was even some creepy tension and atmosphere. And I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna maybe put a few spoilers in there, but it's a whodunit. I'm not gonna say anything about the whodunit, who's the killers. But this one gets a 6.1 on IMDb, which is a great score, and I'm giving it a 6. It's the same as 6.1. If it was 6.3, I would give it 6.5. I generally like this movie, and I will watch this one again. Who is in this movie? Who directed this movie? Josh Rubin. Eventually, Olivia Holt. Now, personally, I was stuck on those 70s, 80s, and 90s reviews that I do not know the new gen actors so much. So I'm actually this old school guy that really knows to know their old, new generation actors. The one that I do know is Mason Gooding. Now, who's Mason Gooding? Um, he's the guy. I call him the pincushion. The pincushion in Scream 5 and 6. He gets in 5. He gets mean-spirited stabs, 10 stabs in his back, jam, 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 with a giant buck knife. And in the sixth one, he gets by two ghost faces. He's a pincushion. He's sitting there on his knees, stab, 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 stab around his first main arteries and his neck, and he's bleeding out his well. And the guy survives. Now I remember Dewey from the first movie when he gets one stab that wasn't even completely in, and he's like complete limp, handicapped limping guy with his hand being like this. The hand goes away in the third movie, but the limb doesn't, and then in the fourth movie everything is gone. But this guy, yeah, who the fuck? And he's an athlete. He's muscular. He knows how to box. He's outboxing one of the ghost faces. But of course, then the second one comes in. He's cheating. But Olivia Holt plays Ellie, and Macy Gooding plays Jay Simmons, who are both in the advertising business. Now, what's the problem? Hard Eyes. This guy is a killer, a serial killer who kills on Valentine's Day. Couples, you know. He has a mask, a human skinned mask with two heart shaped eyes that can actually glow in the dark and become a pinkish night vision. He has an arsenal of a mini crossbow, but with really cool bolts. He has, let's say, this is a bolt. He clicks on it, and the arrow with the head comes out. These small bolts, but he's surgical with it. He hits somebody's cell phone out of his hands with it. It's surgical with it. He has this also kind of a buck knife, a machete, throwing knives. I mean, he's got an entire arsenal. All right. Now, um, this movie, these two actors, they work so well along with each other. The reason why this killer is after them is because they kissed. Basically, it was supposed to be a. She likes him, but she's compressing her feet.
Sorry. I
She
got it.
doesn't
It's
want
okay.
No,
it,
it's
but
totally.
she's
Oh,
afraid.
Shit.
fucking
He
Jesus!
wants her.
Oh my god, are
These
you
are
okay?
romantic.
Oh my
He
god, you
likes
bleed?
her. He already met her. Then apparently he works at the same company as her, and you know what I mean.
I booked us a table at
And there is a
Get
flame, but
inspired. Talk.
there is a moment when she's basically giving him a hard time. He leaves the restaurant. She follows him and kisses him. And after that kiss, her ex-boyfriend, which she was a little bit, jealous about, with or his new girlfriend, is standing there. Now they're saying, "Yeah, we're friends, boyfriend, yeah, boyfriend." It's funny. Now the killer, you see those heart-shaped eyes, those pink eyes in the dark. He now thinks these two are a couple, but they're not. They're not a couple. They just at this point on are something. So she goes to her apartment. She forgets the keys. He has okay. She wants to, you know, punch in the glass, and he says, you're gonna bleed. Let me do it. I've come prepared with a handkerchief. He punches in. He bleeds like a stuck pig, and he says, no, that's not the way to do it. It's going in. Now she says, sits down on my couch and I'll get the first aid kit. But he sits down on her bed because the couch was full. She was living like a pig. Everything was pizza and like a single pig. And he's sitting there, and there's this giant pink dildo on her night table, and she wants to take it away. She wants to put it in a closet, and who's in the closet? Hard Eyes. She hits him with a dildo. He's going brrr. The killer is going after her, and they're fighting a little bit like a tap out team, like WWE, and he tap out, like that. And when she's following them, she yells, "We're not even a couple. Why are you?" Then he waits a while before he sees the boyfriend Jay calling the cops. Takes that crossbow, like I said, surgical, and destroys the phone. He goes after them. They fight. The killer puts Jay unconscious, and what happens is the killer goes. She kind of ditches him there because he's unconscious, and it seems like the killer is now. Is it ditching? Yeah, because he could have killed him, stabbed him, and then go after her. She could take a block or something and put it against his head, but no. So what happens is she just runs away. The killer goes after her, and eventually he gets caught. Which is weird because the killer was after her, and just before he could deliver the final blow, cops come. She looks and he's gone, and then they say through the radio, "We've got the HET killer, the Hard Eyes killer, right now." And they think it's Jay, because the mask is laying there, the crossbow, the weaponry, and it's so funny. She said, "No, he's not the killer. It's not the killer. The killer was following me." And she goes to Jay, who is in the back of a cop car, and says, "Oh, thank you very much, Ellie, for ditching me. Yes, I thought we were a team. Now I'm the fucking suspect of being the Valentine Hart's fucking killer. Oh, no, you just ditched me. But you got those muscles. You're so ripped, and I'm just a girl. Those muscles are not for fighting. Those muscles are for hugging." So he's like a complete romanticist, but she's like, "Fuck you." Then he says, "See you at the police station." Fucking God's sakes. And he's going to the police station. And they're like, she's going after him. She's want to talk to him and this and that. And there's this IT guy she says, "Where the hell is everybody? This is a police station." Oh, the IT guy says, "Didn't you hear? Didn't you hear? Everybody's is celebrating Valentine's Day again." That's the reason why. So the reason why in complete police station that has probably 50 cops or more, they're all just, you can, at the last minute, you can celebrate Valentine's Day. Only the singles have to work, which was this husky female cop behind the desk. And the two detectives who were on the case, Hobbs and Kane. Detective Kane is a woman, Hobbs is a guy. Now, during the interrogation, Hobbs says they found a ring in one of the movie begins with an immediate kill, like a couple that is, goes on his knees and asks her to marry him, and she already said yes a couple of times, but he wants it right because there's a cameraman filming it, and he constantly goes to the cameraman. You got it? No, man, the light wasn't good. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna destroy you through Yelp. Okay, fine, man. I'm not even on Yelp. And he gets a knife through the scope. The guy gets an arrow through the face, through the eye. And the girl gets, like, in this chamber. I'm not sure what it was. And it smashes you, and you see her face through the window. So you got a lot of gore, splatter gore allure. Yeah. Now, like I said, so the police station is like empty. The lights are going out and on, out and on. And then when he's interrogated, this Hobbs detective, the guy, says, "Here's the ring." He says, "First of all, I'm not married." Jay says that. Second of all, why would I put my initials in a fucking wedding ring that's meant for her and me?
Scene of the crime and see
third,
who gets their own initials engraved in their own fucking wedding band. Also, D.
She's like,
Fucking wedding band. Also, D. Yes, that was sarcasm.
She's constantly day chatting, and she puts her button down, and she's in front of him, so he didn't kill. Whoop, showing her cleavage, and he's like, no. Now, what happens is the power goes out, and oh shit, this happens constantly. Just wait for the generator to kick in, and you only have 3 cops. And she hears something. She takes the flagpole and goes to it, and the desk cops, "What are you doing?" She says, "God save America." And she's standing there. Now, what happens is the killer's there, kills the desk cop, goes after her. The lights are out. She is blind. It's funny. The killer, his eyes go pink, and he can see in pink night scope. He see her crawling away. It's pretty funny, behind a desk, and she goes to Kane, the female detective. Now she sees him coming. You hear her putting 2 slugs in him, but then it didn't work. Then Hobbs go after her. He doesn't find her, but the killer standing in front of him, the killer's gutting him, and all the guts are falling on the ground. And then so here's the weird thing: where the fuck is Kane? And how the fuck did Ella got a gun? So the killer goes into the interrogation room in a machete, trying to kill Jay. And let's already say there's a sort of clever, no, there's a twist ending in this movie. So you've got, he's trying to kill Jay, but then Ella has one of the cops' guns, with a Glock, shooting through the one-way mirror, but it's from bulletproof glass or strong glass in any case, because you see bursts, then it crumbles. The killer's right there, like 10 feet away, and she starts to load the entire clip. She doesn't hit him once. 10 feet away, unloading the entire clip, and he has to go back through the door. And of course, Jay says, "You are a lousy shot." Now, the thing is, the killer is so focused on getting these two that they escape through this. Everybody's Valentine's Day. Everybody's going to the drive-through to have sex, and and whatever STDs with each other. You know, sharing some STDs, some crabs, and the killer at some point becomes so unhinged he starts killing everybody, but I mean everybody at that drive-through, slashing and dicing, slashing heads off, pushing a machete through a guy's mouth, uh, putting the mouth, like I said, the machete through a mouth, taking girl, pushing it against his head so she also is impaled. It's gore or lore. I mean, he goes killing everybody, everybody. I mean, nobody calls the cops. It's just, oh no, they're all having Valentine's Day. So what? Why should we? You know, he's killing like 200, 300 people. That's that. Eventually, they don't want to run anymore. They want to fight him because he will keep following them, and it's from there that I'm gonna stop because this will this is not the end. Let's say this is not the end. I'm gonna spoil one thing. They kill the guy, the killer, but the killer is somebody they don't know who the fuck he is. They put the mask off. Who the fuck is that? He's nowhere seen in the fucking movie, so what? They eventually kill him by being the A team again, the tag team. She hits him with a brick, and then he's pretty strong. He was a big guy, big dude, and uh, Jay puts the machete through him, and they don't know the guy. And then everybody's saying it's so cute, you're being the couple that killed the hard eyes killer. Now this movie it's not done yet. It's still 35 minutes away, so it's not done. And there's where I'm gonna leave it. Now, and there's a twist ending. So now this is a very comedic movie. These two, Mason Gooding and Olivia Holt, worked so perfect from to they work perfect together as this wannabe not couple. Eventually, that all can spoil. There will be some sort of love between them. This is before the end. This is before the twist ending and so forth. And it's just humorous. It's just awkward at times, humorous at times. It's just funny. They're both very funny. This isn't the guy, Mason Gooding, who I thought, oh, it's the pincushion guy. Here he actually fights. Now he fought in the sixth one, boxing the guy, but okay, they cheated with the second one, stabbing him, and okay, but he does get his ass kicked a lot. Even in this movie, the guy gets his nose broken. The guy gets, kicked unconscious and shit like that. But he does help. Let's put it that. It's mostly Ellie, but Ellie takes him from behind, of course, and not in a sexual way, right? But she has this crazy girlfriend, best friend, Monica, this Latina woman, who's really, helping her. She's like this. I liked her because she's really trying to, because they have she has a date. She has a working related appointment in a restaurant with Jay, but she says, yeah, let's put you in some other clothes, and then she goes like super slutty, and then It's funny. They have this makeover, and it's funny. It's fun. Monica is funny. She really wants her girl to get over her ex, and because Jay is a good-looking guy, you know. The picture of him as muscular, like in Scream 6, when he's there in the Halloween party or something, where he's pretty ripped. He's a pretty ripped guy. Um, the story is a little bit like My Bloody Valentine, which also a killer was involved with not having Valentine or people will die. And in this case, the motivation was stupid. And that's the only. That the ending was a little bit. The motive of the killer is stupid. It's stupid. I don't understand what the motive of the yeah, okay, and killer or killers, and that was I kind of okay, okay, but the way it's handled at the end, it's pretty cool because there's a situation. I'm not gonna say too much. There's a situation that's gonna happen with a gun, and she has to choose and who dies, and it's pretty well done. But you gotta see. I'm 100% recommending it. It has some tension, especially in that police station, where it's flickering dark, and there's like no cop there, 3 cops there, you know, that's it. And the killer, I mean, is really imposing. He's like a giant. You hear his footsteps like a juggernaut behind him. He looks creepy with that. He has like this fleshy colored mask on with staples on it, you know, like stapled shut, and those hard eyes that can blink and like act like night vision. It's pretty cool. A cool killer. Good acting, funny acting too. Good gore. I'm thinking most of it was CGI, but good CGI. I was surprised by the CGI. The kills were mostly CGI, but good CGI. And really, if you're looking for gore, this is the movie. So a very pleasantly surprised slasher horror comedy splatter movie from 2025. Watch this one. I guarantee you're gonna have a good time, even if you're just a horror fan, not a slasher fan, and maybe even if you're just a moviegoer who likes an occasional horror movie. This one is creepy, funny, and gory at the same time. So, hard eyes, thumbs up. Subscribe if you didn't, it's free. And Kenny signing out.